Hi and welcome. I'm John and this is Unique Wargaming. Guys, welcome back. For everyone that's new, this is a Let's Build video. What are Let's Build videos and what they're all about? Well, Let's Build video, I take a model kit and I'll show you guys how to put it together. If there's any areas of concern, as in things are numbered differently on the sprue as to what they are in the instruction book, I'll give you guys a heads up. If there's anything you need to be careful of, like chains, pipes, you know, flimsy bits of weaponry, because it's just like a sword on a pole, basically, by the looks of it. But anything like that, I'll give you guys a heads up. If there's any bits that need to stay on the piece you're cutting off the sprue, but look like they shouldn't be on there, then I'll give you guys a heads up, let you know. If you suffer with dyslexia or just struggle with instructions in general, it's a visual way to help you. If you're interested in models for an army that you have, or that you're thinking about collecting, this is a visual aid, to help you. Just basically make every single model kit accessible to anyone, no matter your age or your skill level. So for all my regulars here, guys, I feel love. Thank you very much. I'll see you in a minute. Right, so you would have seen from the thumbnail, today I'm building Celestian Sacresants for the sisters. It's a bit of a mouthful. Right, but tools needed as always. Mould line scraper. Now you can use a hobby knife or some sort of chisel blade. If you're using a sharp tool, just be careful because it's sharp. Let everyone in the house know you're using it so nobody scares you. Make sure there's no little hands around the place or cats jumping up on anything. We have clippers, which is all part of our kit. I have sanding sponge. Now you can use sanding sponge, sanding block. It's basically foam with sandpaper on top. The sponge is flexible, the sanding block is more rigid. Alternatively, you can use the set of files. Now this is not a file, this is listed, but this is how thick the files usually are. So it allows you to get into little bits and pieces and clean them down. All these tools are really handy and useful. It's a plastic kit, so plastic glue. Do have super glue at hand, just in case, but very rarely will I need super glue. So before we start jumping in and start building things, we need to have a look at the sprues. Now, I can tell you straight away, this is the Sister Superior sprue, okay? Because she has different gun arms and different sword arm. So that's an absolutely fantastic weapon. I like that. Well, she has the mace. There's shields. There's a body, front and back. There's a leg. There's another part of the leg. So our arms. Now you notice with the gun arms here, there's a funny little thing because they actually clip into the shield. Yeah. Oh, there's a bolt gun on that one. I don't know what's going on there. I'll figure that out when it comes to it. There's another shield there. Oh, look, there he is. Look. That's going to be her shield then, I'd imagine. Yeah, just flick my eyes across on the instructions, see the number. Yeah, that is her shield. This shield is for if you want to make instead of making a Sister Superior, you're making a normal Sister Celestian Sacresant to make it a unit of 10. We've got her backpacks. Look at that, that's absolutely amazing. Little chandelier with candles on it, different heads. This sprue appears to be all of the Sister Superior, or if you want to make a normal one, it's that one. Now, on this other sprue, these two sprues, from what I can see, are the same sort of layout, but we'll go through them anyway. There's a shield, there's another shield, there's heads, there's a nice Polar Axe arm there, some amazing piece. There's another one there. There's a couple of maces, body, front and back, front and back. There's also like the other arm that connects into the shield, because I do believe, yeah, the shield has a weapon already built into it. So there's that sprue. Here's the other sprue, same sort of thing, body, front and back, body, front and back. There's two shields. Now this one is laid out differently to the other one, so let's bear that one in mind. There's two backpacks. I mean, their backpacks are amazing. heads, leg parts, 2 polar arms, also 2 arms with the polar axes, 2 maces. Very nice. Straight away looking at these parts on the sprue, I tell you what, I am not disappointed at all by any of the system models that I've built. So much detail, absolutely beautiful. You know, and considering they're humanoid size, you know, they're not Space Marine size, they're like smaller. They're usually very easy to put together. There might be a few fiddly parts. I think on the sister squad there was a few fiddly parts with the arms, but apart from that, it was, you know, putting 2 arms to hold a gun is always a bit fiddly, but this seems to be pretty straightforward. So I'm just get set up and come at you with the first piece. Right, something a little bit weird here. I thought it was a misprint, so I went through and looked at the instructions and the rest of the bodies, and it's not a misprint. This sprue here has her weapons on it and her shield and all that lovely stuff for her, but apparently this is not her body. Okay, this is the superior, and even looking at the parts it's using in the picture, it isn't this piece here. So I looked through the rest of the pieces, and on this sprue here, number 23 is what piece we need, and looking at it, it's exactly the same as the picture. So I don't know why they have that one here and all the rest of the parts on the other one. I don't know, but anyway, we need number 23 and number 24. Right, so number 23, this front part of her leg, there's 2 little lines in it, as you can see, and the other part of her leg, number 24, there should be, if I can pick it up, 2 little ridges in there, and that sits just in there. You have to be careful with this piece because the front part, number 24, there's a lot of mould lines on the inside, so it's a little bit pain in the arse to clean down, and without getting rid of that little groove that you need to keep in there. The next piece we need is number 25 and number 26. Okay, so we've just taken that piece and that piece, so we need this one and that one. And again, this is the same thing. So this front part of the leg, you can actually see the little grooves on it, a bit better there. Goes in the front part there. It's very straightforward then. This part goes into there, so the shoulder pads line up, and then you've got to glue into a base. Okay, so I'm going to glue into place, put these together, glue onto a base, and I'll come back to you for the next piece. Right, so there we are there. Now back to the other sprue, which I thought would have all our bits on it. So the first thing I'm going to do here, you got to decide where you want to have the mace, which is number 40, and number 41, which is a little scuttery piece. I'll find it on here, should be on here. There we are, 41. And that piece is literally clips in there. Okay. Or you want 39, which is this amazing, like, sort of sword on a stick. It's absolutely amazing. I imagine these are all power weapons anyway. I'm going to go with this, just because I think it looks absolutely monstrous. So I'm going to snip this off, clean it down. I'm not going to need to show you how this goes on. Well, I will show you how it goes on, but I'm going to clip that off and just clean it down first of all. Sorry, excuse me. The next piece we need is 38, which is this shield here. Okay, it's a shield with a little square on it. Then you've got to decide whether she's going to have a bolt pistol, looks like a metal pistol, a hand flamer, or a plasma pistol. That is a tough choice. I'm probably going to go with the plasma pistol, only because I have the option then to make it a supercharger or just a normal charge it. So I'm going to show you how this goes together first, after I've clipped this off and cleaned this, and then I'll glue the 2 arms on, and then I won't need to show you how the rest of the arms go on. Right, so I put a bit of glue in that square hole, and that square hole just pins on there, like so. Nope, didn't bite it. Like so. Okay, now she's got her shield with a plasma pistol hanging out over the top, which is absolutely lovely. And then what we're going to do then, I'm going to show you how I clean this down, because this is very, very flimsy. So what you do is put your finger behind. I used a bit of sanding sponge first of all to give me an initial, okay, turn it around the other way, do the same thing again but from the other side, and just keep going over it like that, just continuously going over. The mold line scraper, I think, is too much of a heavy tool for this job. Files will be perfect for it, but again you have to support the other side. You don't want this bouncing as you're trying to do it. So I put my finger behind and then just shoot. My finger takes up the whole pressure of the bounce. Now keep coming in the mold line scraper and just gently, but see how it tries to move as soon as I start trying to touch it. It's very, very careful with this. If you don't have sanding sponge or files, you have to do this again. Try and support it underneath and just gently come along. Right, so the way this one goes on, I'll show you how these go on. So this just glues in there. It's that simple. Now I'm going to have to hold this off camera for a little bit, I think. Maybe not. I think I will. It's going to fall when it goes off. This arm does the same thing the other side. So I'm going to glue those two in, hold them for a few minutes, let them settle, let them start to set, and I'll come back to you for the next pieces. Of course, if you're just making this normal Sacresaint, you'd use a shield arm, which is 28. So this is the body we've just taken, 28, and 27 is the little arm. But there's a little bit there, a funny little shape on top, that just clips into there. Okay, you see at the back of the wrist, it's a little square bit on the shield. That's where it connects into. And then you'd use number 29 axe arm or number 30 mace arm. And she would take head 31 off 32. There's 31. There's 32. So they're both helmeted. No, one's helmeted. One's robed, which looks amazing. The other one's a helmeted head. That's if you're weren't making Assistant Superior. If you're trying to make him into, you know, another 5 models to add to your squad. But what we're going to do, what I'm going to do here is make her the Assistant Superior. So the first thing we need here is backpack number 45. Okay, now her backpack doesn't have the little crest coming, the little crown thing on the back. But then you've got a choice between number 46, which is this amazing piece, or number 47, which is the little chandelier with the candles on it. This is absolutely amazing. That's the easy option to go with, painting wise, because you can just paint that gold and be happy with it. I'm going with this, the chandelier, because I just think that's absolutely, I think it's beautiful. The way that these sisters models are absolutely beautiful. So I'm going to take these 2 pieces off anyway, show you how they go together, and then I'll show you how her backpack goes on, and I won't need to show you any other backpacks because they're all the same. Right, so on this lady, she has the little square bit on the top there. It should go on like that. Just slots in there, there we go. There's her backpack. And this hexagon shape here, just glues in the back there. I think I might have to maneuver this a little bit actually, this arm, because I don't think it's going to go in. I'm going to get it on now, so if I do have to maneuver it, I've got a bit of play time. go. Just level that up a little bit. There we go. Sorry, I just went off camera a little bit there. And then she has head number 44, 43 or 42. So 42, 43 or 44. Let's get a close up of these guys. Right, so this one is a helmeted head. See, nice. This is another helmeted, sorry, let me just flip around. This is a helmeted head, which is very nice. There's a hooded head. And there's another hooded head with a mouth open, which is absolutely fantastic. Now, from a painting challenge, I'm going to go with the one with the mouth open, because I want to be able to get her teeth and get some nice colour on the skin. And that basically just slots in the top there. There's a tiny little pinhole there. It does just slot in there. Now, if you're having trouble slotting it into the hole, you can snip the little pin off the bottom and just glue it straight on. It'll be fine. Right, well, I had to change the plan there, because the head, with the mouth open, flew out of my hand, disappeared off into the void. So I had to go with the other head, with the other hooded hooded head. So now the next pieces we need for the second sister. Let me just find these. Should be on this one. Is number 1, number 2. And number 3. Okay, so I'm going to snip those 3 off, clean them down. I'll show you how they go together. Boys, it's about a noisy bollocks out there. You can hear me, you can see me, so he's just starting crying to me. Still in there because he's a fence breaker. He's going to end up breaking the fence and hurting himself or hurting someone else. Okay, so we take number 2, and that slots on the same as the other one did. Just shouldn't really need to show you this again when I'm doing that. And then number 3 piece slots in. Right, there's something wrong here. There's something wrong with this piece. Hold on. That should slot. Should slot in there. Oh, it does. It just looks a bit weird to start with. There's that part of the leg, but then there's, I'd imagine the cloak's going to come down there. So I'm going to glue that into place, then glue her to her base. No, sorry, glue that into place, and I come back to the next piece, and then she'll be glued into her base. Next piece we need is number 4, which is right next to what we just took. I don't need to show you this piece. It goes straight across the back, so the shoulder parts meet up, and I'm going to glue into her base then. Right, next piece we need, it's telling me to put the power weapon arm on. We're not going to do that yet because that's just very straightforward. So we're going to go with number 6, which is her shield. So we're just taking these 2. So number 6 is her shield, and number 5 is up here. I'm going to snip those off, clean those down. I'll show you how they go together. Right, this is one of those pieces that you have to really glue and then leave. But let me show you. So you can see the bolt pistol. A hand is just there, and there's a funny little shape within that. That just slots in to that corner there. It glues in at an angle, like so. So I'm going to glue that into place and then leave it to dry. Then I'll come back to you for the next piece. That is actually very, not difficult to get on. When you get it in place, you hold it, it starts to come up, you put it back in place, and you just got to play with it for a little while. This piece here should be done the same way that the Sister Superior's pistol was. Look, with the actual arm with the bolt pistol attached to it, and then just have a little square to glue it into the shield. That's how it should have been done. Anyway, that's drying now. So the next piece we need, I think, go for the head. One of the heads. So you're not trying to fiddle around with the backpack on all that sort of stuff. Now it's head number 9 or head number 10. Let's have a look. Number 9 is a helmeted head, which is beautiful. And number 10 is a hooded head. I'm going to go with the hooded head, just because I think that looks, again, it gives me a chance to do skin. It's a very nice hooded hood overhead as well. Maybe get some teeth on there. I don't know. We'll see. But definitely skin. So I'm gonna click that, glue that into place. Come back to the next piece. Next piece we need is number 11, which is a backpack. I don't need to show you how that goes on, because it's the same as the first one. And then it's either number 7, which is this one, or number 8, which is this one, and they both just go straight into this side, and then this shield arm glues into that side. Now I'm going to go to this axe, the polar axe. I think it's absolutely beautiful. It's going to look amazing on the table. So I'm going to clip those two pieces off, clear them down, glue them on. I'll glue her other arm on, and she's done. Right, so the third sister, what we're going to do, I'm going to start with her shield, because this is something you need to glue and then leave to dry. So it's better if we start with that, so then by the time the body's all glued to the base, just glue that arm straight in. So it's number 17 and number 16. This one down here. Okay, this is the I think this is the first body we took for the Sister Superior. So 17 and 16, and it goes on exactly the same way. But in the corner there, there's a little bit sticking off the thumb. He's a little bit sticking off. I'm going to glue that on. So the next piece is number 12, number 13, and number 14. Now, number 12, get out. Number 13, so that's on the front there. And number 14 goes in the same way as the other one did. Just, what am I looking at? This one, yeah. Just in there. Okay, it's exactly the same. If you dry fit it first, you'll see how it goes in. We'll glue those together. Next piece we need is number 15, and that goes straight across the back, shoulder pad to shoulder pad, and then glue her to her base. Then it's number 18 or 19. Now I'm going with the polar axis, so I'm going with number 18. I'm going to snip and clean it, but I'm not going to glue it on yet. I'm just going to have this one side. She has backpack number 22, which is this one here, and then head 20 or 21. So have a good look at them. Again, one is a helmeted head, and this one is a hooded head. I'm going to go to hooded head. I'm going to clean that first, glue that on, then glue the backpack on, then glue 2 arms on, and she's done. Right, so on to the fourth sister. The only thing I need to do on the third one is I'm just leaving her shield arm to dry, and then I'm going to glue that arm on. So we're going to start with the fourth sister now, and again straight away we're going to start with the shield, just because I found that a lot easier. So 53 and 52. Okay. Now, okay, yeah, the rest of the body's on here as well. So 58, so 53 and 52. And it goes on exactly the same way. Right, so what we need next is number 48, 49 and 51. This one's a little bit different because there's no leg hanging off and you put the shin guard on, so there's 2 separate legs. So 51 is going to go on this side of the model, because this is the back of it, and 49 is going to go on this side. Right, so just dry fit this to make sure I get it right. This piece that's on there, like so. Now there is a little piece of sprue there for me to clean off, and there's a little bit that side. I haven't finished cleaning it, but that just slots in there. You can see how the cloak goes together. It's a bit of a weird fit, but it goes on there. Now this leg is the other thing that just started to really confuse me. Now there is a little pin there, and it looks like a little hole there, so I think that's too high up. Maybe that little, look, there we go, look, the back of the leg there. That's how that goes in. It slots on there. You can see that, yeah, that goes in there like so. So I'm going to glue those into place, and then come back to my next piece. Right, so the next piece we need is number 50. Now, I wouldn't leave this to cure. Okay, I have it roughly where it should be. I'm not entirely happy with the way this little cloak's coming around, but when I snip this off, we know this goes over the front there, shoulder pad to shoulder pad. This piece should line those two pieces up perfectly. With the glue that's already on them, if they are slightly off, it should move them into the correct place and they should stay there because of the glue. So I'm going to snip this off, clean this down, glue this on, glue her to her base. Right, so that's right. That all lines up perfectly, it's fine. She didn't want to stand on her own, so I had to use a little paint pocket, nudging her over because she kept trying to fall to one side. I'm going to have to leave her to dry now before I start adding the other bits onto her, because I don't want to try and lift her and add the other parts, because that back leg has only got a really small square point of contact, which is fine. But like I said, you don't want to leave it to set and then put the front on and it's slightly wrong and then you've already set it. So best thing to do is, like I said, put the legs on, glue the front on, and it should line them into place, and then glue her onto her base. Use a paint pot if you have to wedge her up. So it's like she's trying to move. The rest of this is very simple now. We already had the shield arm done, which you know how that goes on. It's number 55 mace, or 54 the axe. Obviously I'm going with the axe. It's 58 backpack, and then it's head number 56 or 57. Again, 56 is the helmeted, 57 is the hooded. I'm going with the hooded. I'd put the head on first, then the backpack, and then put the arms on. But I'm going to leave her to dry first. I'm going to snip these pieces off, leave her to dry, and then put this one's arm on, put her together, and then we're on to the last one. Right, so now we're on to the last sister. Looking at the layout of this girl, this is probably the easiest one so far. So instead of starting with the shield and the arm, that's actually all one piece. Which is why they do the other side, I don't know. But anyway, that's nice and easy. So the first pieces needed are 60, 59 and 61. So 59, 60 and 61. Right, so I've put number 60 on. I don't need to show you that because it's very straightforward. But this one I dry fitted. This is another one of those ones that you put on, don't leave it to cure, get the next piece sorted out to go over the top. But it looks like it goes in like that. There's a flat side here, and it looks like it just slides in like that. You can see those two little bits sliding up. That's how it looks like it goes in. Okay, I'm gonna have to hold it for a minute or so just to, I don't know, maybe not, just so it can start to hold itself. But what I'm going to do then is I'm going to come with the next piece, because if that is slightly off, when I put the front part of the body on, that should line up perfectly. So the next piece needed is number 62, which is this piece here. So we've just taken those two and this one, so it's this one we need. Again, I don't need to show you how this goes on because I've already done that. Shoulder pad to shoulder pad, and hopefully that then should line up that leg if it's slightly wrong. I think it's fine. And then I'm going to be gluing her into her base. Right, the rest of this girl is so simple now. So shield arm number 63, like I said, it's already got the arm attached, so it's very straightforward, straight in. 64 or 65 if you're going to Macy's. I'm going with the polar arms, so I'm going to go with the 64. Again, that goes on that side, perfectly fine. Then she has head number, there's two options here, head number 67 and 66. Well, there's 66 and there's 67. There's some sort of like little crest wing on her skull, on her helmet, because it slots in just in there. Or you've got the hooded version, which is 68, which is this one here. I'm going to go with hooded one because the rest of this one is hooded. Again, that goes straight in the top. And backpack number 69, straight in the back. Very, very straightforward. I'm not going to do it on camera now, there's no need for me to do that. I must just wrap the video up and I can do that afterwards. What do I think about these sisters? Well, first of all, it's hard for me to give these guys a difficulty rating, because they are very, very easy. Even if I went with the mace arms, they're still very easy because it's a single hand weapon in one hand. The hardest thing I say about these girls is putting their arms onto the shield bit, yeah? But like I said, if you do that first, before you start putting the body together and the legs, by the time you come to put that arm on, it's very, very straightforward. Now, there was one of them, this one here, who I had to glue to the base and then just leave that to dry because she wasn't freestanding, but that's not a big issue. I think that was the only one that actually gave me any sort of problems with the body. But once I put the front on, the legs lined up perfectly. She just wasn't freestanding. So if I gave these sisters a 2, there are other models that I've built in the past, Space Marine type models that are 2, that are as easy as these, maybe a little bit easier. These sisters are very, very easy to build. I'm actually, to be honest with you, I find them a lot easier to build than the normal sisters. A hell of a lot easier. I'm actually excited about more of these because it's so easy, and the fact that you have the option to make a sister superior or another one of these means that these can be squad of 10, which is great. Squad of 10 of those in a rhino, just going forward and jumping out, that's going to be absolutely savage. In terms of the models themselves, I love them. I cannot fault any sister sculpts so far. I think they're absolutely fantastic. Now, putting mould lines aside and all that sort of stuff, because you're used to that, you expect that. These are absolutely just out of this world. I mean, absolutely, even the shield, I mean, look at that. The backpack as well. These are going to be a very long paint job. Even with black armour, there's still going to be an absolute... I mean, the candles hang on the back of a backpack. It's just amazing. I love them. I really, really love these sisters. I'm getting very, very excited every time I get a unit of sisters or a vehicle for sisters or something for sisters built. I'm getting more and more excited about not just getting them painted, but getting them on the table. But I'm not going to make the mistake I did in 9th edition, because I bought the Sister Codex in 9th edition after I bought the Centauran Guard box, which is what these girls are from. But the instructions for these are going to be the same as if you bought the box themselves, yeah? I bought the Codex in 9th edition for them after I bought that box. And obviously we're in 10th edition now, their new Codex is already dropped. So the Codex I have for them from 9th edition is still in the plastic wrap, never used, never opened. I keep it around just to remind me not to make the same mistake. So once I had these girls to 2,000 points, which I think I'm about 500 points away from having, but that the 1,500 points I have for them includes the 9 Paragon warsuits I still need to build, the Archoflagellants, the Penitent Engine, you know, all these other bits and pieces that I have for them from the Imperial magazine still to build. But yeah, I'm really keen to get these girls on the table. I'm really happy with them, really pleased with them. So they're my favourite models. Not to build, but my favourite models that once they're built, they look just absolutely beautiful. Anyway, thank you for watching, guys. Any comments or anything, chuck them below as always. If you're seeing this for the first time, hit the subscribe button because it costs you absolutely nothing. Turn your notifications on so you don't miss anything. Everyone smash the thumbs up button so it triggers YouTube to this video of more and more people, which makes this amazing community of you guys grow even more. And this community is absolutely amazing, and it's growing every day. And I'm really, you know, I take my hat off to every single one of you who's joined the channel. Guys, until next time, thanks for watching. Hit the buttons for me. Take it easy.